I originally began this project with the intent of making it an educational documentary about the life of my local Canadian geese. The project would span a few months, and every other week or so record some footage of the adult geese finding their partners, nesting, and the hatching of goslings. I looked at my local parks and recreation websites, along with some other sources to learn about their behaviors and hatching times, and even got to meet a local park ranger to ask about the geese. I believe during my third visit to the park to record, my internal motivations began to shift from purely focusing on the geese, and instead of everything around them, myself included. The cause of this change was multiple things. I was going to possibly, which later ended up happening, move to a new place. My financial situation was beginning to become uncomfortable due to my conflicts of work schedule preference and time available to work on projects and hobbies. Along with that, while visiting the park to record the geese, as stated earlier, I began to take in everything within the park. I eavesdropped on the groups walking near me as I sat with my camera, talked with my locals that would approach me. I'd approach them. I'd see people whose lives I faintly became envious. For example, a skateboarder with some good, personally biased fashion taste. I take envious back. I think in awe of is a better way to express my emotion. Recording the geese was still therapeutic to me. They are fascinating big birds, and very cocky. I've examined and attempted to understand all their neck shakes, their head flicks, the ruffling and spreading of feathers, and the most obvious, honking. Honk, honk, honk. There was not one corner of the park that didn't have something to be honked at, whether it was someone walking their dog, fishing, or another goose. When I would walk and view the geese with my partner, we saw 2 or more geese aggressing at each other. I would exclaim, "Goose politics." Some other fun terms that I thought of was honkumentary, a documentary involving geese, and geese search. I'll let you figure that one out. During the first half of my recordings, the weather was colder than I'd prefer, requiring me to wear my trench coat and gloves. I was so desperate for the warmth to settle in consistently, but I had a park to visit, and so I did. I began in late March in the milk-warm state of Indiana, so any Midwest viewers, hello! I'm sure you understand my disinterest in speaking highly of my state. At the time, I was renting with 2 roommates, which included my partner and friend, in a very small but serviceable house. It was what the 3 of us could afford and quickly move into, as we had to move from another building. Luckily, this new place was near downtown, which included the park. Being able to take a short walk to the downtown area was a good thing for my mental health. I've always enjoyed being able to take advantage of pedestrian travel over cars. My disdain for car-centric infrastructure is a topic for another day, however. My hobby of sitting at my computer for hours alone playing video games subsided substantially since I moved out of my mother's house. Even further during the time of this goose project, most of my time was spent with my partner enjoying the outdoors, and when the weather was adverse for them, I'd go and head out to indulge nature despite it. Again, sitting at the park to record allowed me time to sit and think about the world and situations around me. On a larger scale, I had thoughts of our current government doing everything in its power to beat Nixon at creating a miserable presidency. On a smaller personal scale, I had to settle with the thoughts that I may have to move again soon. As I mentioned earlier, my financial situation was uncertain. With the many anxieties and stresses of the earth I lived on, the park and the life of the geese was one of the things that kept me in the moment. I could breathe. My life wasn't the focus. They were. I smiled, smirked, and questioned all the geese did. Why did that one not find a partner to nest with? Why did you honk at them when they were on that side of the field? Was that head wave directed at me? Sorry, I didn't mean to look at you. I would talk to the geese. They were acquaintances to me. Admittedly, the timeline gets a little fuzzy as it passed. Some days would blend and get diluted with the worries of work and money. Clarity came from my creative projects and all the activities I engaged in with my partner, whether walks, movies, and talks. At some point it became May, and I was excited to see the goslings hatch. Unfortunately, the days blended too well, and I missed their hatching. But luckily, I still got to experience their youth. My brain wants to include context of my mental being at this time, but also wants to avoid it by focusing on the beauty of the geese. I moved to my father's house for a few weeks before I ended up back at my mother's, where I originally left. It is a simple story. I admit my reluctance to include more of my personal life may dilute what a memoir actually is, but call this experimental, and I hope will be excused. Anyways, my patience paid off, and the goslings were out and about, learning the life of a goose. It's a common trope or symbolic statement, but the new life brought with the goslings aligned with my personal life. Finally being able to settle into my mother's house and not stress about any more moving felt like a new chapter in my life. While of course I wish I could afford my own place, the economy isn't budging. Anyways, to more optimistic parts of this time. During the recording of these little guys stumbling around, I was sending pictures on my phone pointed at my camera display of the goslings. I was so ecstatic to share them. I can only say so many words on how beautiful and adorable they were, or are. My heart felt lighter. My thoughts let go of all worries for these moments. I had pure curiosity and appreciation flowing through me. If there was any big takeaway message from this time in my life, well, it's a simple piece of advice that I'm sure you've heard, but maybe not seen as much. No matter how hard, frustrating, disheartening life gets, there's always something beautiful to focus on to help ease the pain, whether you're platonic or romantic relationships, or some geese. I hope you can all find something that can give your mind a rest and just think about the now. Speaking of now, I've mainly been filling my free time with loved ones, reading, writing, and creative projects in general. I want to get smarter, and figured poetry and literature, along with the more progressive modern media, is the way to go. I'll leave you with some footage of the little goslings enjoying their new lives, and hope that we can share the same peace of mind. My patience has paid off.
Yeah. How old are the geese, do you think, the babies?
I know they usually hatch early May. I'm gonna assume they're no older than 2 weeks. Obviously, I don't truly know. I wasn't here when they popped out, unfortunately.
That's
but
probably a pretty good guess. That's usually
2 weeks.
I could live. Say, have Kaylee have it. Thank you. Getting the babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're adorable, aren't they?
I know. I've been waiting for them to pop out of their eggs for like a month now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we just saw one over there still sitting on her eggs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's right, straight across.
Wow.
She got pretty pissed off at us.
Oh, yeah. No, they get very defensive.
Oh, yeah.
Very.
The male.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.